All right, we're here with Mark Hoffman and Kamron Hoffman from Crazy Mtn Xtreme. We've just installed this Crazy Mtn Xtreme CMXBK kit on our project bikes, which is a KTM 500 board to a 610. Guys, thank you for installing this kit at the show, and great work. It went on super smoothly, and we were really impressed with the fit and finish of everything. So, nice job. Can you tell us a little bit about this kit and what sets this kit apart from other kits on the market?
Well, thanks, Nate, and it's a real pleasure to be involved in the project with Snowbike World and SnoWest, and we're excited to be a part of that and showcase our product as well and let you guys experience and have the fun that we've been having, and let's tell the world about it.
Well, we're excited to test it out and using it. I'm just going to warn you one more time. We are hard on things. I'm sorry.
I saw the video.
Okay, just so we're clear. All right. Yeah. So what do we have going on with this kit?
Lighter weight.
Track length.
Track length. Yeah. This is we offer 3 lengths: a 120, 129, and a 137. This is a 129, and it seems to be our most popular kit because it's middle of the road. You know. It's not a long track and it's not a short track, so it's kind of best of both worlds. Still very playful, yet has a good enough footprint to go through the powder as well.
Cool. And tell us a little bit about the geometry of this track and the way it's set up. Why have you done some of the things you've done here, and what have you done there?
Okay, we, as you can clearly see, all of our parts are CNC machined, which lends itself to a very high level of precision. So there's no welded parts to create warpage and things like that. So we can literally hire a high school kid to put one together, and when he's done, everything is square and true and perfect. There's no side load on any bearings, the kit is very precision. So, and then to go on from there, the rear suspension is a very well working rear suspension that has been used in the snowmobile industry for years, and we chose that simply because of its lightweight, and it is uncoupled, which we felt a snow bike should use an uncoupled rear suspension, which makes it more playful and fun to ride. And our Zebra shocks really accent that very nicely.
Cool. Yeah, the fit and finish is gorgeous there. Love all the polished aluminum. Tell us about weight. Have you done any things to save weight here?
We have. Being CMX, that's always been the main focus of what we do. It's always about power to weight ratio, no matter what type of motorsports activity you're talking about. And we recognize that for 25 years. And so we've done everything we can to build a lightweight, high-performance kit, and I think we've accomplished that. Never done, of course, but as far as weight goes, we're probably right between the Yeti and the timber sled weight-wise. Not quite as light as the Yeti, but lighter than the timber sled unit. And then, of course, the biggest feature that we have to brag about, or one of them, is our rolling resistance in the chassis. We have 7-tooth drivers, and anytime you're wrapping a track around a circle, the larger that circle, the less rolling resistance. That's part of it. And probably the biggest thing is our belt drive system. We've been building belt drive systems for snowmobiles since 1999, actually, when we built our first one. And so what we've done, Nate, is we have employed everything that we've learned building snowmobiles for 25 years into building snow bikes.
Okay. Awesome. Now, what about the ski design here? What's going on with the ski on this kit?
This is a Yeti front end, and it's lightweight as well as works extremely well. We've tested it, and we actually had a little input on the design, helped Yeti a little bit with a couple issues that they were having early on, and man, it's just rock solid, and it's more than confidence inspiring. That ski has never give me false feedback to the point where, whoa, that was sketchy. That doesn't happen. It's always right there, whether I'm 6th gear down the trail, carving corners and roosting and going, or off in the powder. It shows good everywhere. Another reason I want to bring up another point about the ski, since our kit is mounted further forward than any other kit on the market, that takes weight off of the ski. So we have far less ski pressure than everybody else. So when somebody talks about a given ski design versus another one, it usually has to be qualified by which kit you're riding, not just the ski, because where the kit is mounted to the bike is relative to how that ski is going to handle and perform. So on our kit, it's very well balanced.
Let's pull that wheel off and then talk more about that spindle. We'll talk about how the wheel works right now.
Perfect. Okay, so the wheel kit is incredible. In fact, what we do is, obviously we put the wheels on when we're not on snow. We move around the shop very easily with the wheels on it, and we ride the snow bike with the wheels on it up the ramp to load it in the back of the truck or the trailer, whichever the case is. Just makes it very easy to move around. So when we come back from a ride, first thing we do is we put the wheels back on, and there again, right up the ramp or into the trailer, and just makes it very user friendly.
It's a great looking ski. Tell us about the spindle. I think the spindle on this is a pretty neat looking spindle.
Yeah, that's all Yeti. That's a Yeti spindle ski assembly there, and the carbon fiber is a really nice look, and it's very strong. We haven't had any failures or anything with that setup at all. It's just been rock solid.
It's very lightweight, makes it easy to wheelie the snow bike.
One thing that I like about the way you guys do things is you seem to be connoisseurs of whatever works best. I like the fact that you have this drive that seems to drive you to perfect everything and make it better. So tell me a little bit about what you worked out with Yeti on the ski. So, well, take a step back from there. But last year, or was it the year before, you were running a twin ski design. What drove the decision to go from a twin ski design to the Yeti ski?
It was last year that we were running the X2, the 2-ski design, and theoretically it was incredible. From an engineering standpoint, it made total sense. But in the real world, it didn't work out quite as well as we had hoped it would, and so it was a quick and easy transition to the Yeti ski. We have a very good working relationship with Kevin and Jamie at Yeti, and we work together. They help us, we help them, and so and back to the whatever works. We have a saying, and we have it on our shirts. It says, "Relentless dedication to perfection." And so that's kind of our driving motto of what we're always trying to make things better and lighter and faster and more efficient.
And that's an obvious factor that's been a component in your sled builds for years and years and years.
Yes, absolutely.
Which has given you guys a great name that you have.
Well, thank you.
Now tell me a little more about what you did on this front ski. You mentioned that you moved the mounting position forward, and also that seemed to work better. Why did that work better?
What it did was it balanced the ski out, and actually Yeti did the moving and so on. I recognized the imbalance from where the original saddle location was, and just from our experience of all the skis we've dealt with in snowmobiles over the years, we actually ran into that exact same detail, and we fixed it on that. I knew it would apply to this as well, and so we had a conversation, and so they redesigned and relocated the spindle further forward. Like I said, it makes the ski better balanced, and it's a home run.
Okay.
And it's much more predictable that way.
Now, Kamron, I've seen a video of you doing something that is somewhat unseen and unheard of on a snow bike, and that's riding down a trail and simply pulling back and popping that thing up on the ski up in the air and riding the wheelie up the trail. So why is this possible?
I think it's possible because how our kit works with the motorcycle setup. I mean, the suspension transitions very well. It helps you get that weight transfer to the back of the bike where you need it to be able to pull that front end off the ground. And also, just like we've showed, the rolling resistance within the kit, that's a lot of free horsepower right there. So we're getting that much more horsepower to the ground than you would if it was less efficient or chain driven all the way through.
Okay, great. I forgot my next question. Well, we'll have to edit that. So
we have a new track this year.
yeah.
So we can talk about the track a little bit.
Okay.
Yep, we're running the Yeti Mat Tracks 2.
Okay.
Which actually has
quite a bit stiffer. The lugs are stiffer on the track. It's got stiffening ribs on the outside of each lug, and the middle lugs on the track are also stiffer. So that's going to help out in the hard pack conditions. Also, it will not affect it in the deep powder snow. They'll still float and power through the powder snow very easily.
Okay.
But when you hit that hard pack trail and you need to accelerate past your buddy, it'll hook up and it'll get you there.
Awesome. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you was about the ski pressure. Have you ever measured the difference in ski pressure with this kit versus other kits on the market?
We actually have, and we've actually had customers that have had other kits and told us about that there was actually about 50 pounds less weight on the ski Brand X kit versus our kit. And so, you know, there again, that's due to the fact that our kit is mounted further forward on the bike. It makes it easier to handle, easier to maneuver, less ski pressure, and it's just makes it a lot of fun, very playful.
Cool. Yeah, that's got a big part of how this bike reacts to the rider. Anything else you guys want to talk about regarding this kit?
Did we talk about the belt drive?
Yeah, we can talk about the belt drive now.
The belt drive versus the chain drive system, we actually have measured that with a torque meter and an amp meter in conjunction with each other. Actual real-world testing, and our belt drive system is literally 30% more efficient than a chain drive system on the secondary drive.
Wow.
It's pretty significant.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, and we've also, in order to balance the drive system, we've moved the secondary drive to the right-hand side of the kit. What that does is it spreads the load out onto bearings that are 9.3 inches apart as opposed to a couple inches apart, and that not only makes everything more accurate, it also takes away any side load on the bearings and makes it a stronger assembly, as well as balances the load from it starts at the counter shaft on the motorcycle and ends at the drive shaft and the drivers on the track.
So you've got more leverage to counteract that pressure with that
Yes.
9-inch difference versus 2.
Yes, so the torsional load through the chassis is distributed on a wider distance, which makes it stronger and more efficient.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Anything else you want to talk about or point out on this kit?
Integrated gas rack to the chassis, because it's a must-have that you carry gas on a snow bike.
Yes.
So we have a laser cut gas mount that bolts directly to the aluminum chassis. It uses existing holes and bolts, and it tucks the gas can close up under the motorcycle to keep that weight close to the rider, which makes your bike a lot more predictable versus if you would have your gas can with sloshing gas out on the back of the tunnel.
That's a very low profile too, with that flat Rotopax can. I like that.
Yep.
I also like the way you've got this Pelican case mounted on the kit, and that's an option that's available to all customers?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Just extra storage, sandwich, gloves, goggles. You know, everybody carries stuff, tools, and whatnot.
And waterproof in a hard case. I like that.
And it's a dry case too. It breathes.
And I noticed the way you mounted that case, you didn't simply mount it through the tunnel. I like the detail on where you mounted the bolts directly down into threaded inserts inside the chassis.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Thank you.
That's detail right there.
Yep. And there again, those are existing holes. If we didn't have the Pelican case on there, there would be button head screws on the top of there that are nice and clean, but with the Pelican case, we remove those, put the case on, and fits perfectly.
Yeah.
And we have different size of Pelican cases as well.
So you have you may have mentioned this, we have a 120 track, a 129 track, and a 137 track.
Yes.
Okay, so a track for every size, every age, every rider.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate your time and for being with us here at the Utah Snowmobile Show. It's a gorgeous kit. We're looking forward to getting to see on the snow.
Right on. Looking forward to some seat time, and we're looking forward to coming down and riding with you guys at some point this season.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, thank you, Nate.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it very much.
Where do you find more info about your kit?
You can find more info about our kit at our website at crazymtn.com, and also our Facebook page, which is CMX.
Okay.
And you do not need to be a Facebook member to look at our Facebook page. And there's a Facebook icon that you can click on our website to get there. And there's YouTube videos as well.
Facebook.com/CMX.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then follow us on Instagram. It's Crazy Mtn Xtreme.
Okay.
Crazy MTN.